It is Rob Thompson. How are you, everybody? Going live for the first time on LinkedIn, and I'm pretty excited about it. I was surprised that I even got it selected for. I don't know the criteria, but whoever made that choice and approved it for me, thank you very much. So, introduce myself for those that don't know me. My name is Rob Thompson, and I have been podcasting now for about 5 years, a sports biz podcast. I branched out into the podcast world and created interview with influencers, which I will be showcasing here on LinkedIn as well as on the Facebook group at Game Plan U. The reason why I chose to do this subject in this platform, will use that primarily to get to decision makers that I wanted to meet, that I wanted to network with, and it ultimately led to me really enjoying and interested in people's stories about their career, how they got to where they are through their journey. And there are just so many incredible stories and people that I met along the way, over 150 podcasts so far. It inspired me so much about these stories of people that I eventually ended up writing a book, How to Land a Dream Job If Your Dad Doesn't Own the Team. So obviously it was focused within the sports industry and helping career seekers discover where they go, how to open up a door, how to get an internship, how to get a job in the sports industry. Obviously, if you don't have any connections, which most people don't, hence the title of the book, which Amazon was very gracious in publishing. Obviously, anybody can publish it on there, and I found that as a great way to get my brand out there at that time. And I enjoyed it very much. So I wrote a book. It did pretty well. And I have since published 2 other guides primarily off that book. But it all started with a podcast. It all started right here. So with LinkedIn now offering this platform as a way to share information and to share it appropriately and share it with the right audience and the community that I built over the last 8 or 9 years, it just has been something that has been a godsend to meet all of you, even if it's digitally, and share parts of your lives and your career, and hopefully help a lot of you out with maybe things that I've been through or job postings that I put out there under hashtag Here You Go. It's something that I really enjoy doing at this point in my life and my career, is helping others as well. So Tuesday nights and Saturdays we'll be broadcasting live. Either one, just depends on my schedule from traveling and for work. And we'll be opening up to Q&As. We'll be having guests on. A lot of fun. At least I'm going to enjoy it. I don't know about you, but I'm going to enjoy it. But I did mention my job. So I do have a full-time job. And obviously, if we're on LinkedIn, you could see what my history has been in the industry, from an entrepreneur to corporate, working with the NFL, arena football, into the Walt Disney Company, and then back to entrepreneurship. Now, my current job, and it is my full-time job, which I absolutely adore and love, is returning to my college alma mater to help be part of and lead the initiative of an athletic campaign to eventually and hopefully go Division I, and then build the appropriate facilities that we need over a course of years. My 3rd year doing it, and we're just getting started, and I'm really enjoying that part of it. And it's much more than just fundraising. It's a lot of other aspects to it, which I totally enjoy. It's from the New Haven area, which my wife and I are both from originally. So I returned back home, and it's been wonderful, and it's been an amazing experience to reconnect, and so many professors and people that and coaches and our alum base and my friends from the area, and my parents and my family are from New Haven. I live in Saratoga Springs with my wife and children, and which is, we commute during the week, but it works for us, and it's great, and it's something that I'm very grateful to have this chance to be able to have an obligation to come back to the school if I'm in the position to do so, which I was. And I still am, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm in the campus, as you can see, WNHU. This is the campus radio station, which they're kind enough to allow me to spend some time in and record my podcast, so it looks somewhat professional, I guess. But on Saturdays I do it from my home in Saratoga, which is in our library, my office. Not library. Who am I kidding? I mean, I sort of read books now, but it's an office for me that has some books behind it, so I'm an idiot and I call it a library, but it's not. It's an office without a door. So maybe it's a den. Who knows? So that's a little bit about me. So what other projects am I working on? You see information that I put out there constantly, Sports Biz, the podcast, and I have a mentoring program that I do, and it keeps me involved. It keeps my foot in the door to really understand and see what's happening in the sports industry, because I can never leave it. Being in higher ed, obviously, it connects the dots and it helps out our students as well. So all those things together collectively, how you doing, Coach? All those things together collectively have led me to this point, being back at the school and other things that I'm doing here on LinkedIn and Facebook and the podcasting and all that. So what is it? And you see other promotional materials that I'm putting out that we're looking for early stage startups. We are putting on a startup weekend, which is the same time frame as the NFL Pro Bowl down in Orlando. It's the 23rd and 24th. So it's Thursday, Friday. We're still accepting applications for early stage startups that want to pitch at the demo day, which is going to be all day Friday. There's a workshop built into it. And then there's some networking opportunities. And then, of course, all the fan fest and all the activities that happen around and entertainment that happens around the Pro Bowl is there. So it's amazing access if you've never been to a Pro Bowl or even a Super Bowl, where sometimes you're kind of on the outside end if you don't have access to the parties and to the events. At the Pro Bowl, completely different. Fan Fest is open to the general public for 4 or 5 days over at ESPN at Wide World of Sports on the Walt Disney World property. And it's amazing. So our event's happening right around the same time. So if you're going to think about getting out of the cold in January, especially in the Northeast and the Midwest, come on down for that. But let us know and go on to gameplanu.org to register. So last point, and you see me starting up. So I also consult with mid-sized businesses and startup businesses as well. So I help out the founders get a little bit more grounded and kind of do a self-awareness and assessment of themselves. So we have a program called SARG, so SAARG. It's an acronym for Service, Assets, Assessment, Revenue, and a Game Plan program. It's for mid-sized businesses that have revenue of $1 million and up. We have an executive retreat, monthly calls, networking within peer groups. And it's just a tight-knit community. I call it a mastermind, but I hate that word, and Lord knows I'm not a master at anything. So if you want to join that as well, go to robthompsonlive.com. So I just wanted to introduce a little bit more about myself, what we're doing here on this platform on LinkedIn. And I'm very, very grateful that LinkedIn obviously didn't do a background check on me, so they approved me to go on here live. So I hope you enjoy it. And stay tuned. I'll be announcing more of our live shows. So hope everybody has a great evening. And thanks again for joining us on Sports Biz Radio. Take care.